Good morning, my little darlings. This is Judy, or Grandma Judy. Maya Angelou. I really want to thank her for all her wonderful poems, her wonderful books. I mean, I was starving as a young woman to have the Maya Angelou's, the Toni Morrisons. If you look into my book lists, I want you to pick one book, one poem, like I told you, each day. Like right now, my book that I'm really concentrating on is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's all small stuff. It's so much happening in the world. The only good news is God. I want to tell you guys, I know the Christmas season is coming up. There's nothing in Walmart to lose your life for. A mother, 27 years old, was shot to death by a Walmart security. Look in my playlist and you'll get the story. She was told to stay out of Walmart for her probation. But she went with 3 friends and they decided they want to steal. They were chased out the store. They jumped in their car. They speeded off. I do think the security guard was wrong to shoot in the car because in that car was 2 young children. So you're not being a phenomenal woman. And she shall not rise. She's gone. People aren't going to sit back and let you stick them up, rob them, break into their homes. Before you do it, Grandma, I want to give you this advice. Ask yourself, is it worth my life to walk up on this person? Is it worth my life? Would you want someone to do that to your mother or your father or your grandmother? We just had a policeman. Chicago's coming up with, they don't want you to carry guns. They want to ban carrying guns. We had a policeman who was trying to get his baby out the back seat of a car. A guy came up on him, told him it was a stick-up, and shot him, but he didn't know this was a policeman. But he didn't even think that here's a father taking his baby out the back seat. No, he's going to shoot them. Lucky this was a policeman. He was able to pull his gun, and he do think he hit them. It was wonderful the policeman wasn't hurt. So all I'm have to tell you is stop all this killing. It makes us look bad. Now another news item was this woman, she was a Caucasian persuasion. She had a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and she was married. She was having her, I think she had a 15-year-old daughter too. She was having her 15-year-old daughter bring males over to the house. And she was doing the do with them and giving them liquor and everything. Now here's another mother behaving badly. She's going to have to go to prison. And she's got 4 kids. Youngest 3 years old. Leave the children alone. Let them grow up. You old rusty, dusty woman. That's nasty. Would you want someone to mess with your 4 little children? Well, those parents, they didn't like you messing with their sons. Oh my God, it's so much bad news. Like I say, the only thing good news is Maya Angelou. I had to go and start reading her. And all I can say is hallelujah. This is her book called The Welcome Table, where a lot of her menus are in here. And also she gives you that only Maya Angelou can give you advice. I don't know what we're going to do, folks. It just seems like it's getting worse every day. Are we in the final days? I think of that 12, 12, 12 yesterday where everybody was rushing off to get married. Divide that 12, 12, 12 by 2. What do you get? 6, 6, 6. The devil's number. And about this going off the cliff, America's going off the cliff. Because I really think that our president, especially him being from Chicago, would try to do something about what's happening. He had the beer summit when Dr. Gates and the policeman had a problem. Mr. President, 500 people are dead in your country, in your city. There's more dying all over. You can't get upset when someone comes up and shoot a mall and they kill 2 people and wound some and not care anything about the 500. We have to care about everything. We have to care about everyone. Hallelujah. I mean, my heart is just filled this morning. Sometimes I just go and get my book, listen to Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's all small stuff. Because that guy hits on all things. He hits on all things. So when you don't hear from Grandma, Judy, doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. I've left enough videos out there for you to reread them, look at my comments, look at the things that I write about it. Please go to my playlist because a lot of things, even my favorite music is in the playlist. It's still being built, but some of my favorite music is in the playlist. So I'm not going to stay long. I just want to tell you to don't go crazy over this holiday. The best gift you can give anyone is kindness. Call someone up and tell them you love them. Like I'm telling you, I'm calling you up just to say I love you. And please care about more than yourself. Care about more than yourself. I remember High Maintenance, she went out, her and her daughter, and they passed out Thanksgiving food to people who were just on the street. That's why I love you so much, High Maintenance. You really do good stuff. And you put your money where your mouth is. Try to do something for somebody. You know, it's getting cold. If you can go to the resale shop and get some gloves and some scarves, pass them out. You know. And whatever you do, try to use this YouTube to lift up people. Don't use it to call people names. And I want to tell that reporter in Shreveport, Louisiana, I think, who lost her job because she wore her hair natural. That's on my playlist. Hang in there, baby. I'm 70 years old, and they were playing that same game when I was in my 20s when the natural hair came out. A lot of people lost their jobs because they wanted to wear their hair natural. That was in the afro. Wasn't dirty, wasn't nothing, probably cleaner than some of that stringy, straight, greasy hair. But you've got to allow people to be what they are and what they want to be. Do you, and you men talking about the weaves and everything, what if black women decide to just cover their hair? I mean, the Muslim women, you don't see their hair. You can't talk about it. It's all covered up. But you know what? You silly black men will still find something else to talk about. So all I've got to say is in this holiday spirit, try to stop the name calling. You don't look cute when you call people a bunch of nasty names, especially your own women. And I know you know how to act better because when you have a guest, you're a completely different person. You don't look cute. You don't look intelligent doing that. Maybe you get a lot of hits and maybe you're getting a big paycheck. But you know what? I wouldn't want a paycheck if I had to cuss out black men and call them all nasty names. I know what some black men are doing. And I know what some other black men are doing. One black man is president of the United States. One black woman is the first lady of the United States. So stop trying to pretend we're all bad. Okay, this is Judy saying have a good day. I love you and be blessed.